Hey everybody, I'm JimClassic and you are watching Geekin, and for today's video, I would like to talk about the Masters of the Universe Revolution series, Masterverse, Orko and Gwildor. The Masters of the Universe 1987 live-action version of Evil-Lyn, also part of the Masterverse series. So, let's get to Orko and Gwildor. As we see here, Mattel has changed their packaging by a bit. We have a smaller open window there of Orko and Gwildor, some decent box art of Orko and Gwildor is holding the cosmic key. Though this is part of the Masterverse line, this is also connected to the upcoming Masters of the Universe Revolution series, which I don't, at the time of this recording, it's not out yet. I still have to finish Revelations. I never actually finished that one. But anyway, so new box art, and the box art kind of wraps around here to the side. Now on the back, here's something interesting. There's none of that amazing box art that I'm in love with. I mean, this is just product shots of the toys. Again, Gwildor holding his accessories, Orko casting his magic. We have Sorceress Tila, Man-at-Arms, Trapjaw, and a new version of Skeletor. I guess these are all for the Revolution series. Gwildor, heroic creator of the Cosmic Key, and Orko, heroic court magician. Eternia is a world of magic and technology, and no two beings represent these two forces better than the spell-wielding Orko and the master inventor Gwildor. The two heroes use their combined talents to upgrade He-Man's power sword for the battle against evil. Alright, well I guess that's a spoiler. And those of you who know your Masters of the Universe history, Orko was part of the original main Masters of the Universe toy line, and in 1987 with the live-action movie, there was no Orko, there was Gwildor, and Gwildor was, to the best of my knowledge, exclusive only to the live-action movie. So for this Revolution series, we're going to be seeing Gwildor and Orko at the same time, which, okay, is kind of cool. I'm open to the idea, and I'm definitely open to the idea of liking these figures. I hope. Okay, here we have Orko and Gwildor out of the package. We are going to put Gwildor aside here, and we are going to start with Orko, the Royal Jester, the Trollin, well, he's got a new wardrobe. Now, this is the wardrobe that Orko wore towards the end of Masters of the Universe Revelation, and he continues this new outfit throughout the Revolution series, or at least the 5 episodes that we've seen so far. And I gotta say, I like this new look for Orko. It's a cool design. I like the white robe with the gold trim. We got like the red, what is this called? Like a frock or something? You know, which leads into the kind of like the banner type cape. You know, this is a cool look. I mean, this is Orko kind of reborn. I mean, in some cases, literally, since he died and then came back to life. So this is Orko the White. Oh, it's a Lord of the Rings reference. I'm an idiot. Okay, so yes, it's a Lord of the Rings reference, kind of Orko the White, which I am okay with that. We also have a nice little gold trim right there, symbolizing the O for Orko. And, I mean, other than that, I mean, he's got this cool little display stand. He's pretty much hollow up there. Up skirt, oh my god, no. But, stupid. But anyway, yeah, so we have, he's on this clear stand, and we will touch upon the stand in a minute, because he's got accessories. But, let's take Orko. I'm sorry, I got a new system here, so I'm trying something new. We're going to put the stand aside. We're going to make Orko into like a finger puppet. No, we can't really do that. Okay, so no finger puppet. But anyway, so looking at Orko here, well, I think I've covered everything about the color and the deco and everything. So, I do kind of like the cape here thing. And actually, in the cartoon in Revolution, the cape did kind of have like a life of its own. It kind of like acted as like a third arm or third hand for Orko. But so we don't got much in articulation, but you know, the head can completely move. He can look up, he can look down. So he can, you know, you get some good poses with that head. You can even have just his eyes hiding under the scarf. You can have him looking that way, like when he's flying. So you can have the head in some, different poses. Obviously the hat, there we go. Obviously the hat does kind of get in the way, but whatever. Now for the, let's try this. Oh, that might be easier for me. Ow. Either way, this still might be easier for me. So for the limbs, look under the armpit there. You do get a universal joint, but it's a little tight. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried about putting too much stress on that, because I can already see it doesn't look like a very thick joint. So, but I don't think his arm can really, go that far out. This one can, but I'm having a worse time getting this arm back down. So let's just say he does have a universal joint at the shoulders, but they're very tight, and I'm not going to monkey with them. But at least the arms can, they go up and down. The frock does kind of get in the way a little bit. I think it's a frock. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, if this is a frock. I don't know. Anyway, so the arms can at least do a full 180, and then he has a rotation here at the elbow. It's not a full... Oh, no, it is a full... Oh, no, I was wrong. It is a full rotation, and there is a universal hinge there. So I could break Orko's arm, or I can do it that way. That's kind of cool. I like the fingers. I like those spindly little blue fingers of his. They're kind of cool looking. I like the pose. But that's it. That's it for articulation. Universal joint at the elbows, universal joints at the shoulders, and a ball jointed head. And that's it. And then we put Orko back here on this stand. There, right there. It's kind of hexagonal. And the stand itself is articulated, It's mostly clear mostly clear plastic, except for the white hinge that's right there and the white connector port that's up there. And he does come with a couple of accessories. Now, where accessories go, he's got little magic swirls that go over his hands. Now, not a huge fan of these, and I will explain up here. So, all right, I'm sitting back down. Screw this. You can tell I rehearsed this. So the plastic does kind of spread apart. It's mostly pliable, though there is some stiffness to it, which I'm not a fan of because, stiff, translucent plastic leads to brittle, breakable plastic. So, but there is some give to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, kind of spread it in half like that and put it right there. And, and there we go. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. Just kind of put my thumb in there. Just, not like that. Kind of hold it there. And put the wrist down. And there we go. So, then Orko is casting magic. Now, the other accessory that he has is this. Here, let's put Orko here to the side. It is this. It is this, I'm sure there's a science word for it, but it's like that circle within a circle thing. It looks like almost a, that's kind of cool. I can't think of the word. Not centrifuge. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like a stabilizer. Almost looks like a stabilizer. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But it's, it's got these hinges here on both sides and, enclosed, but that does not look good at all. And it opens, and that obviously looks a lot better. So what you do with that, well, I suppose you could just use it to spin around all day, but the plastic stand has this little spring-loaded piece. And so what we're going to do is I'm a little annoyed. We don't hold it by the swiveling end. We hold it by the flatter, I don't know how you can say flat, but, a flatter end. Whoop, no, I screwed up. Abort. We make sure Orko is in the center, and then we do that, and then we kill Orko. That's how it works. That's how the magic happens, everyone. Let's just put the ring on first. We'll put the ring on first. That's how that looks. Then we'll put Orko kind of in there, and give me a second, and come on. Come on, you little trawling imp. Work with me here, buddy. No! It's actually not in place. He's just being held up with luck. Luck and well wishes. That's all he's being held up with. All right, let's try this again. I don't know if I'm on camera. I apologize if I'm not. Oh my, you are gonna... And, okay, so sometimes Orko gets a little bit fussy here, and he's, doesn't want to cooperate. What is going on here? Orko, you have betrayed me. I don't know what's going on. He's not locked in place here. So he's a little bit kind of just free-floating. But I guess that's Orko. I guess that's Orko for you. But either way, this does look kind of cool. You know, he's kind of being held... He's kind of being suspended here by the cape. But yeah, it looks like he's casting some serious magic here. And I'm not gonna lie, he looks really cool. For whatever reason, I can't get him to lock into place. So, I mean, but that works for me. I don't mind. I don't mind a little free movement there. But that looks really cool. I mean, not a huge fan of the metal rivets. But whatever. I mean, that's not the main focus of this toy set. I mean, Orko and Gwildor are our main focuses. So I'm just going to move Orko here off camera real quick, because we are going to focus on Gwildor. Now, those of you who know this character, those of you who are probably around my age, are familiar with the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie, where Gwildor was pretty much Orko's placeholder for that movie, because, you know, I guess the special effects weren't there to actually create this guy. So they had to make like a they had to create a character who was, you know, at least, you know, the actually he's pretty much the polar opposite of Orko now that I think about it. I mean, Orko's the bumbling goof magician. He's the bumbling goof mad scientist. Still a bumbling goof. That's the important thing. But no, Gwildor, for the record, I love the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. I don't care what anyone out there says. I love that movie. And Gwildor is definitely one of the reasons why I love it. But, yeah. Gwildor, I actually like him. He looks really cool. I love that trollish looking face. You know, got the expression, that very, I don't know, pleased with himself kind of expression. Like the red well-sculpted mane of hair, the big long ears, you know, the big kind of hobbit kind of belly with the vest and the pants and the cape, because he is a locksmith and inventor. You know, the arms look kind of cool, hands look pretty good. I love this jacket. Look at that. I mean, first off, I love my new phone. My new phone is picking up all this cool. Look at that detail. That looks like a real frickin' jacket. Like, you would think this is like actual cloth goods, but this is not. This is just real. Look at that. Just drink it all in, folks. Okay? Yeah. It looks awesome. And all right, one issue I have, Gwildor's feet don't seem to stay in place very well. But at least he stands. Anyway, speaking of standing, posing. Well, his head doesn't pose all the best because of that luscious mane of his. You know, it does kind of get in the way. But he can turn his head. You have to force it a little bit. He can turn his head. Ooh, the shoulder pads move too. All right, well, the shoulder pads move too. He can kind of look up. Again, you're kind of forcing it. He can kind of look down. And strangely enough, I'm not forcing it that much. His ears have articulation. His ears. Oh, shit. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hinge there. So his ears can even move. Let's see. I don't want to break it. I'm afraid of... All right, so this ear... Okay, that ear definitely moves. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, there we go. I think I was out of focus. But this one... Yeah, okay, it moves. It does wiggle. So that's really cool. Now, moving on to the shoulders. Now here's Mattel. Here's how you do a universal shoulder right there. That's good. That's good. This feels me. Wow. Can you tell I'm excited here, folks? Can you tell I'm in a good mood? Anyway, this is a good universal shoulder. Elbow's pretty good too. You know, got a nice full swivel there. You know, I would say the bend isn't that great. I am not confident about this joint here in the elbow joint. it looks really thin to me, so I'm afraid to put a lot of pressure on it. But, I mean, yeah, okay, it does bend a little bit. It flexes a smidge. I'm sure if you heat this thing up, it could flex more, but I just don't want to risk it. Wrists, hold on, let's get a better grip. There we go. Wrists, yeah, do work. See that? Wrists do swivel. There is, again, a small hinge there. I guess I'm just very cautious today. I don't know. But they do wiggle a bit. He can wave. Gwildor can wave at you. Anyway, he does have a waist swivel. And the jacket doesn't really get in the way. But what does get in the way is the skirt piece. Because if you look under here, he does have universal hips. He does have a universal knee joint. And he does have an ankle and toe point. But then again, how many poses? He can't really sit down because of the skirt. I mean, you can kind of run. I guess you can get him to a running pose. That's fine. You know, you might not be able to get him into a good high kick. But he does pose. He poses okay. All right, for a character of his proportions, he poses okay. He could do a little bit better on the elbows. Now, Gwildor has accessories as well. First off, we have. I hit the thing. First off, he does have his walking stick, which is kind of a good, approximation of what we saw in the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. It is mostly unpainted. I don't want to say brown. It's like a purplish brown, if that makes any sense. But it's unpainted, purplish brown, except for that little crystal right there. That little crystal. That's the only thing. This whole thing might be translucent plastic. I don't really know. But there's that one little crystal right there. And I think in the movie it lit up. Like, it's all mechanical. It's got like mechanical dealies and stuff and wires and things. I think actually I'm gonna make another Lord of the Rings reference. I wonder if I think that did light up in the Masters of the Universe movie, and that could also be like a Gandalf reference when he lights the staff in the Mines of Moria. The other accessory he has, which actually is my absolute favorite here, is he's got the cosmic key. And now, this cosmic key is definitely more toyetic than anything else. Like, it's definitely got the handlebar, like a lot of the old Masters of the Universe toys did. The tuning forks are this bright red unpainted red plastic, and then it's just all, it's very toyetic. This is the most toyetic thing I have seen in this particular line. But it does, it's got that cosmic key look. It's got the little divots in the keys and stuff. I don't see a primary button. The old, in the 1987 movie, there was the button. Now, unfortunately, the cosmic key does not appear in Masters of the Universe Revolution, though Man-at-Arms does, Gwildor shows up in the show, and Man-at-Arms does reference how Gwildor went on an adventure with He-Man at Man-at-Arms across the universe. So I absolutely love how they referenced the 1987 movie in Masters of the Universe Revolution. That was just the funniest thing. I'm like, oh my god! My girlfriend's looking at me like, you're an idiot. But, I was tickled. I was very tickled. Now, moving on to the final accessory, we have, let's get Gwildor out of the way. We'll get Gwildor out of the way. All right, the other accessory is He-Man's Power Sword. Now, the Power Sword here is in the process of being smelted. It looks like this particular sword is mostly made out of clear plastic, because this is a little translucent. I don't know if you can tell, but there's definitely some translucence here, and no spoilers, serious spoilers. I mean, I'm sure if you've watched it by now, you've watched it by now. But Gwildor here does some smithering of the Power Sword to kind of upgrade it for reasons. And I do have to say, Gwildor and Orko kind of teaming up in Revolution, like, he's the magic user, he's the inventor, and those two kind of, slinging barbs at each other, saying how, like, magic is inferior, and, how his technology is stupid, and it was kind of fun to watch those two bickering, because obviously, it was fun to see those two interact And that's all I'm going to say about that. I do have to make a longer form video about Revolution. It's been like 2 weeks, and I just haven't done it yet. But this is a cool set. I dig this set. It is worth getting. I actually got these guys. I actually got these two like a week before Christmas, 2023. It was part of the pre-order. I got hit with like a ton of pre-orders. They all kind of came at me at once. And this is one. This is one of the sets, and I dig it. If you're a Masters of the Universe fan, if you like the Masterverse series, if you like the '87 movie, if you like Orko, this is definitely a cool set to get. I dig it. I love it. Recommended. Now, since we're here, since I'm already here, since I'm already freaking freezing, let's move on to Evil-Lyn. Okay, so Evil-Lyn. This version of Evil-Lyn is part of the 1987 live-action Masters of the Universe movie. We see a nice, we see really good box art here of how she looked in the movie. We have Skeletor there. We have Masters of the Universe, the movie logo. We see the Beastman, some of Skeletor's stormtroopers, some of his hoverbike guys. I suppose Mattel is doing the same thing Hasbro is doing, except smarter. Moving along to the side, more of the box art. We see Skeletor and his hover throne. Skeletor and his hover throne. Some more of the biker scout guys. And on the back, we have another product shot of the toy. Again, none of that box art, which I have come to love. But product shot of Evil-Lyn holding a hologram of the Cosmic Key and her cape, I guess. Evil-Lyn, leader of the army of Skeletor. After obtaining the Cosmic Key from Gwildor, Evil-Lyn realized, too late, that he had a second. She led Skeletor's forces to Earth to capture the second key and prove her worth. On the side here's where we get the nice box art of Evil-Lyn, her casting her spell and her looking over herself. I don't know. But either way, this is nice. This is a nice box art. I would have preferred this to be here. Mattel, what are you doing? Get me some of that beautiful box art again, please. I mean, this is nice. I like this. I want more of this. Anyway, let's open this package up and see what she is all about. Moving on to Evil-Lyn, how she appeared in the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie, played by Meg Foster, a younger Meg Foster. And I have to say, this is pretty cool. All right, Evil-Lyn is obviously a huge factor in Masters of the Universe. Skeletor's right-hand henchwoman, and powerful sorceress in her own right, and scheming, I don't know, scheming lady, scheming woman, I don't know, but whatever. But this is a cool toy. Again, this is part of my pre-order that actually showed up on the same day as Orko and Gwildor, a week before Christmas. And she looks fantastic, man. She looks pretty darn realistic, especially in that face sculpt. And we'll always start with the face sculpt. And look at that. Look at that. That is a beautiful face right there. Now, I'm not saying she looks exactly like Meg Foster. I don't think she looks exactly like Meg Foster. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move her over here to the side, and I'm going to post a picture of her right here. Right here, there's going to be a picture of Meg Foster, Evil-Lyn. All right, we can compare and contrast ourselves and make our own decisions. Okay, enough of that. So yeah, but still, this is a beautiful face sculpt. Even if they could or couldn't get the rights to Meg Foster face, this is a lovely head sculpt. Even like with the makeup, I guess that was an eyeliner or something, and even those pupils. Look at those pupils. Like, this toy is looking at you right now through the internet, through your screen. This toy is looking right at you. Though it's possible she might be a little bit cross-eyed. A little bit. Just a little bit. It might be a little bit cross-eyed. I don't know. But anyway, and look at that head sculpt. Look at that, the headdress right there. First off, you got the hair underneath. And then the sculpting of this thing, you can, like the hair in between the netting or whatever this is, a crown, and whatever that is. Okay, I'm going to get my thumb out of the way. Can we focus? Too close to focus. Too close to focus. Okay. Whatever that jewel is right there. I mean, it looks fantastic. And then, of course, we got, like, the neck You know, we're gonna use the sword. We got the necklace right here. This cool shoulder pad with the metallic purple and the almost pearlescent white. And again, everything here is like got this cool texture to it. Of course, we got the cloth cape right here. I want to say bodice. This is a bodice, but the pearlescent bodice got some, again, cool sculpty details. And I think that's a cobra right there. Again, she is a minion of Snake Mountain and all that stuff, so it could be a snake. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I might have to rewatch it. And then, of course, we got like the I don't know what this is called, like a half skirt right here with the chain detail coming off the hips. You know, with the stripes. Here, oh no! With the stripe detail and everything. Like if you move the cloth cape and everything, you see this cool little alternate. Again, everything's got a cool sound to it. Anyway, we got the gauntlets right here. Now that's definitely a cobra. That's definitely a cobra right there. So yeah, okay. Even Evil-Lyn is snake themed, but this is like a cobra. And it's almost like wrapped around like a spider kind of a thing. Like, you know, yeah, she's working for Snake Mountain, but you know, this is what is it? Allegory, metaphor. You know, she works for Snake Mountain, but really, she's got her spider legs wrapped around the snake. That's the true meaning. That's the true Evil-Lyn's power, is that she's got Megatron? She's got Skeletor wrapped around her finger. Anyway, and you know, just basically for the leg details, we're just looking at simple, no major sculpting details, but you got the swirly, well, let's move in. The swirliness of the legs, which look really cool. Very simple. It's supposed to, I think she had like body netting or something. It was like like the pink bodysuit, but it's very like nice pearlescent pink plastic. And then we got the boots, which are, yeah, studded and everything. And they're boots. They're doing boots. They're doing boot things. And that's pretty much it. As for articulation, we have nice little head sculpt. Can she look up? Not well. Can she look down? Better. All right, oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice soft ratchet joint here in the shoulders. She can go up. Shoulder joints the shoulder pads get in the way, but she can, you know, go out that far. Let me know. Bicep rotation. Do we have a double? Nope, no double bend. No double bend at the elbow. It's a 90-degree bend, but the elbow can rotate independently, like all elbows can, and the hand can, you know, rotate and flex forward and backward. Does she have a waist swivel? Yes, she does, but it's a little tight. I'm not too comfortable with it. She does have a waist swivel. Does she have universal hips? Yes, she does. But she can't, you know, she can kind of do that a little bit. The hip skirts kind of get, not the hip skirts, but the half skirt kind of gets in the way. She does have a thigh rotation. I just broke her femur. And oh, okay, hold on. This is a little tough. Okay, double jointed. Well, supposed to be double jointed knees, but I'm having trouble moving this one. Okay, we're gonna try without. Oh my God, I can't move it, and I'm afraid to. All right, if I break this, I'll be very upset. If I break this, Mattel's getting a very angry letter from me, or tweet. I cannot bend this knee. I don't know if, and there's clearly a hinge right there, but I can't bend it, and quite frankly, I don't know my own strength, so I'm liable to just snap that thing. So we're going to try the other leg. Oh my God. Nope, I can't move that one either, and I'm not going to force it. So, if you own this figure, you might have trouble with that double knee right there. Anything else? Oh, she does have a shin rotation, as most shins are capable of doing. And we have toe point, toe flex, and ankle pivot. That's a nice ankle pivot. So, I don't know if we can get her into too many epic poses, especially with the half plastic skirt, but at least she stands there well, and she does have a few accessories, which we will talk about right now. After about 5 minutes of struggling, I finally got her other hands off and managed to put on the open-palmed hands. And I have to say, that was really, really tough. Like, these little hands were on there very tightly. Like, I'm ashamed to say it, I had to use my teeth just to get one of them off, because it was that freaking difficult. But she's got a pair of open hands, which, they look good. They look good for open hands. She is a sorceress. She is a witch, so she could use that to cast her magic and all that. And quite frankly, I like these hands better than these grippy hands, because quite frankly, she has no weapon. She has nothing to grip. So why would she need a pair of grippy hands? Give us a pair of open palmed hands for magic, and another pair of hands, like a closed fist or something else. But the other accessory she has, which I really like, is this blue plastic version of the cosmic key. Because there was a scene in the movie, Evil-Lyn had, she was holding a hologram of it in her hand, and, can she hold it? I don't really know. I'm gonna try to hold, oh geez, come on. I'm gonna try to hold the toy steady. I don't really know if this will work. Not easily. This is not going to work easily. No. I mean, she can hold it like that, I guess, but she can hold it like this, I guess, but it's a hologram. She's not really supposed to hold it. I mean, but yeah, okay. I'm sure there's a way she could hold it. I mean, I guess she can hold it by the strap, but then again, she's not supposed to. It's a freaking hologram. But let's move Evil-Lyn here to the side. And it is nicely sculpted. No paint, obviously, but it does look really cool. I dug it. It's not only clear plastic, but it's got not sprinkles. It's a little sparkly. It's a little bit sparkly along in there. So it's, kind of looks like it's glowing and all that, which is cool. I dig it. So let's do a quick summary of Evil-Lyn, Gwildor, the Locksmith, and the Troll and Jester, Orko. Orko is really good. I dig him. I love his aesthetic. I love his look. I love the ball joint head. What I'm not a fan of is the shoulder joints and how I feel they're too small and too tight, and I can't flex them out as much as I would like to, and I'm not a fan of the little silver rivets sticking out of the magic. Other than that, I think he's really cool. Gwildor, the only issue that I really have is the hip skirts, is that they do and will get in the way of the leg articulation. And he does have a loose foot, but I mean, he stands well, so the loose foot isn't a huge problem, but it is there. Evil-Lyn looks fantastic, has a beautiful face sculpt. My real issue with this figure, aside from maybe a lack of being able to pose her well with the soft goods, the soft plastic half skirt, is that she's got grippy hands when she doesn't even have a frickin' weapon to hold. I'm trying to focus and it's not working. But she just has a pair of grippy hands and a pair of open palmed hands, and she doesn't need these. She does not need these. She should have gotten well, I don't think she did magic in the movie much, aside from her illusions. But this is my only real gripe. I wish she had a better accessory. I mean, aside from the cosmic key, naturally. But anyway, this has been my thought on Masters of the Universe, Revolution, Orko, and Gwildor, and my thoughts on the 1987 Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Evil-Lyn. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you like any of these figures, if you hate any of these figures. Also, tell me what you thought about the show, because I still haven't made a longer form video yet, of what I thought of the first 5 episodes. So tell me what you thought of Masters of the Universe Revolution. Did you love that? Did you hate it? Please tell me. Like, share, and subscribe. All that jazz, Anyway, I'm out. I'm JimClassic. You've been watching Geekin' It, and I will see you later. Have a good night, everybody.